Capricorn, how is it going? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Capricorn Tarot reading video. If this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your life or your finances or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you never miss any of the Capricorn readings I post for you every week. Now let's get on with this Capricorn reading for today, because today we're going to take a look at your blockages. What's blocking you, what's getting in your way, what's holding you back, and then more importantly, what to do about that stuff. So we're going to start by pulling some cards for you from the Sacred Traveler Oracle. Then I'm going to pull some more cards for you from the Lantern Oracle to uncover what your blockages are, what things are holding you back, what things are like messing with your inner harmony and therefore messing with what you're able to produce in the outer world. Once we get that, we're going to clarify everything with the tarot. And then at the end of that, I'm going to give you some advice on what to focus on, and then some actual advice on what to do about these blockages moving forward so you can clear them out of your way and get on with what you're trying to do and have less resistance because of it. Now, it's important to note that there are no dates on this video. I intend this video to be timeless, a timeless reading, so I'm trusting in the universe that whenever it is that you find this and you listen to it and it resonates with you, that's when it was for you, that's when it's your message. So keep in mind, though, that this is a general reading, and it's not possible for it to resonate with every single Capricorn on the whole planet all at the same time. So regardless of how this reading resonates for you, you still might want to check your Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos, just because they can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And you can find the links to those videos in the description box down below. Now, enough babbling, let's get on with this Capricorn reading and let's see what your blockages are. What messages need to come through for Capricorn regarding their blockages, anything that might be weighing them down, anything that's getting in their way, messing with their peace of mind. What's going on with Capricorn regarding their blockages? Okay, there we go. Keep this one. On the bottom of the deck, we got in the flow. Everything is smooth sailing. So that's a good sign. So this overall energy, the overall gist of this is going to be how to get yourself back in the flow, it would look like. Now, from the Sacred Oracle, or the Sacred Traveler Oracle, we got watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. So it looks like you might have some sort of blockage going on. Not being able to relax, not being able to take a break. We got Gates of Triumph. Success expands in your life. And then we got Fogged In. Go slow, take time. So, that's a little overhead view. Let's get you some cards from the Lantern Oracle deck. This usually gives me more detail about what the actual blockages are. What messages need to come through for Capricorn regarding their blockages? What things are weighing them down? What things are holding them back? What's getting in Capricorn's way, and what do they need to do about this? Okay, there's one. Let's get two more for Capricorn, please. Let's get two more. What's blocking Capricorn? What do they need to do about it? I haven't quite got these cards conditioned yet. They're new, so I don't ever manually select cards. I let the cards that are supposed to come out for you come out, and this deck just hasn't quite got acclimated to that yet. Haven't had enough time with it yet. Eventually it'll get how it works. So let's get two more for Capricorn. Okay, that one I see. And that one. Got it. On the bottom of the deck, we have Creative Power. Release your alchemical energy into the world. I think that's about you getting in the flow, Cappy. Okay, so we got number 33, sharing. There is giving in receiving, and receiving in giving. So you have some sort of blockage around sharing or receiving, maybe. And we've got number 39, perspective. A calm and clear mind is free to see differently. So here we got watching the clouds. This whole thing is about you getting back into the flow here. lie back, rest, and relax. You're fogged in. Take some time. This is about getting a new perspective on things, getting your mind clear. And then we have number 35, the presence of absence. Hold what is absent in the presence of your love. So it looks like you could be missing something here. Something could be absent from your life. Like the lady in this card, she's surrounded by pictures of people who have passed on, people who aren't with her anymore, and she's having dinner with those pictures, sitting down at the table, like so focused in on the loss of those people, the fact that they're not there, the fact that they're absent, and that's messing with her. Okay, so let's clarify this with the tarot. We're going to use, what is this one called? The Light Seers Tarot. Tell me more about sharing, please. Why is sharing here for Capricorn? All right, let's get one more on sharing, please. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands, this is like a childlike enthusiasm. This is like having a lot of drive, a lot of determination, some ambition. This is about taking the first steps down a new path towards something that you have a lot of passion for, something you have a lot of desire for. It's about having fun while you're doing it too. Okay, so to clarify this sharing card, there's giving and receiving and giving. We have the Nine of Wands, the Lovers, and we have Death and Rebirth. So this Nine of Wands, this is an energy of being walled off and defensive. It's also an energy of healing. This is the Wounded Warrior card. This person's been hurt and they've built a wall around themselves as a way to protect themselves so they don't get hurt anymore, so they can heal, so they can get their energy right to move forward into the next phase of their journey, you know, to take this first steps down a new path towards something that they're passionate about here. So it looks like you're walled off and defensive. You've been hurt about something. So this is one of the blockages that you have. Next we have the Lovers. Now this can represent a love connection, like a romantic, a very strong emotional connection. This could represent family. This could represent needing to make some sort of decision. Really, this card is about realizing that things aren't just about an individual person, that there are other people in the world that we need to connect with, that we need to have relationships with, that we need to be able to like make our way with. So I'm almost getting the feeling like you've got yourself walled off to some connections to other people. Maybe, I mean, this could also represent self-love. So I don't know if you're having problems with like receiving something from someone, or a lot of times a lot of people are able to give and give and give and give. They just have difficulty when it comes time to receive something. So I don't know if that's describing you or not, but you got to take it as it resonates here. Now next we've got death. This is an ending to something. This is a massive transformation in something. Now this is not a quick, easy thing. This is a process that you have to go through, and it's a transformative process. It's not easy. It's not fun. In fact, a lot of times it's painful and difficult. But this represents something dying, some piece of you dying, so that it can be transformed. It can be reborn again in a new and better way, allowing you to move forward. So you're currently kind of fogged in, it would appear. And it's time to take your time with that and transform that. It looks like you have a lot of success waiting on you as long as you can get back into the flow here. There's some sort of imbalance you have in terms of giving and receiving. It's probably one-sided one way or another. Now you're being asked to get some new perspective on that. A calm and clear mind is free to see the difference. Well, it's free to see differently, excuse me. So yeah, in order to make some sort of transformation with all of this, with these blockages, you need to get your mind calmed down. Tell me more about perspective, please. Why is perspective here for Capricorn? Why is perspective here for Capricorn, please? Let's get 3 cards. Okay, there's one. Let's get 2 more for Capricorn on this perspective card. Okay, we'll take an extra one. That's fine with me. Okie dokie. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Star. So this is a card of healing. Again, this is the second time I've seen a card of healing. This is also a card of hope. This is card number 17 in the Major Arcana. It's the card that comes directly after the Tower. So you don't ever get to the Star. You don't ever get this level of healing and hope until you've been through the Tower itself. So this is about focusing internally. This is about using your conscious mind, focusing it inward, because that is where your connection to Source is going to be. That's where you're going to find your answers inside. So this is about healing, having the hope to move on. And I think this is where your perspective is going to come from. To clarify this perspective card, we got the Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune. We got that Tower that I was just talking about. You don't get to the Star without going through the Tower first. There's the Tower. And then these cards came out together at the end. We got the Three of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. So you're being asked to get some new perspective, see something a little bit differently. Calm and clear mind. That's what this is. A lot of times this represents like going internally, focusing your conscious mind internally on that inner peace, that inner calm, the tranquility. This has a lot to do with meditation and calming your inner mind. So this Wheel of Fortune, this is the Wheel of Fate, the Wheel of Destiny. This can represent divine timing. This also represents the cycles that are in your life. You know, nothing is going to stay the same forever. Everything changes. That's the only constant. So this wheel is always spinning in the background. And a lot of times this card it has to do with like that difference between fate and destiny and like free will. Like, are you really controlled by fate? Are things fated? Is this all predetermined? Or do you have some say in how your life goes? And this is about being able to tell the difference between those two things. Yes, there are things that are going to show up that are out of your control, that you can't really do anything about. There are other things that you have influence over. And then there are still other things that you have direct control over. So this is about being able to tell the difference between those things, gaining some new perspective on that stuff. There's something painful that you've gone through that's requiring some healing here. And then I gotta pause here. The next card under this is the Two of Swords. This is about decisions needing to be made, but they're not being made, either because there's something that you don't have all the information about, you don't have enough information to make the decision, or because there's something that you can't see, like the lady's blindfolded, or something that you're just not wanting to look at. Something that's required some healing for you. And then right under that, we've got the Three of Cups. This is like celebration, coming together. This can be friendships, this can be family, this can be family gatherings. I keep going back to this sharing card and the family that's on there. I'm thinking that you need to gain some sort of new perspective on something related to family. There's something that, there's been a break taken there. There's some healing that's been taking place on that. Yeah, this is telling you that you need to take a look at your life and these problems. There's something that you need some new perspective on. Maybe there's something that you're viewing as like, it's fate. This is just how it's going to be. There's nothing I can do about it. That's kind of how it's going to work for me. If that's the case, then you need to relook at that, because there are elements to it that you can control. This is about you taking the actions to create the type of life you want, and not necessarily waiting around on fate or the universe to just hand something to you. The Tower, and again, we're clarifying perspective, you know, this calm and clear mind, being able to see differently. This Tower is when something abruptly changed, something came crashing down. Now, this card's always scary for people. There's usually a building that's getting hit by a lightning bolt. This one's got a tree getting hit by a lightning bolt. But the lightning bolt is the universe coming in and removing this tower from your life. It's not doing it to you, it's doing it for you. So this is usually representative of some internal belief structure that you have, some way of looking at your life or aspects of your life or the world in general that isn't in your best interest. It's not where you're supposed to be. It's not how you're supposed to be looking at it. Maybe this is like internal belief system, some aspect of like the mental model of the world that you're operating from. This is that collapsing, probably because it's not in your best interest here. Now, the last two cards that came out for this are the Three of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. The Three of Swords is heartbreak and sadness. This is like some devastating loss that caused a lot of heartbreak and sadness. This could be from love. This could be from other things. But this Seven of Pentacles is asking you to take stock of the situation, to look back on this. And it's about looking at the seeds that were planted and trying to figure out, is this actually going to turn into what I want it to turn into? Is this going to grow into the Ten of Pentacles I want? Or is this something that's not going to pan out? Maybe I need to cut my losses and move on. This is that period of contemplating that. So I'm thinking you're being asked to take a look at some heartbreaking situation that you had, something that caused a lot of pain and sadness for you. I'm getting the idea here that there's some aspect of that the way you're looking at it isn't actually right. It's not actually true. And that needs changed. I hope this is resonating for you. I don't know how to get any more specific on that for you. I'm just hoping that at least a piece of this is resonating for you, because the last card we have here is the Presence of Absence. Hold what is absence in the presence of your love. So there's something that you're missing from your life, something that you're thinking about from the past that you wish was still here, that's not. And this is really about, like, do you really think this lady's family members would want her sitting here alone, feeling all lonely, feeling all sad and depressed, staring at their pictures and not living her life to the best that she could? Well, no, they wouldn't. They loved her. And just because they're not here, they wouldn't want to see her stop her life. So this is about recognizing that in yourself. Where is it that you're putting off your life because you're too focused on something that's not here anymore, something that's like heartbreaking for you? Where do you have control over that? Can you put your focus, like, what do you think that the people that care about you that aren't here anymore would want for you? They would want you to live your best life. So that's kind of what this card is telling you. Let's get some more on that. Tell me more about this absence of presence card for Capricorn, please. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. So this is an energy of manifesting. It's an energy of waiting. Wands are about passion and desire. So there's something in your life that you have passion for. Like the card right prior to the Three of Wands is the Two of Wands. And in that card, it's about choosing your path. Which path leads you to the world that you want? Which path do you need to leave behind? In the Three of Wands, that path has already been chosen. You're already decided on which path leads you where you want to go and which path you need to leave behind. And you've already gone out down that path. You're taking active steps down that path. You're doing it right now. And this is about the thing that you're trying to manifest, the life that you want isn't quite here yet. You have this positive expectancy that it's going to show up, that something good is going to come out of the path that you've chosen. It just hasn't materialized yet. So this is that stage where you're manifesting it and you're waiting on your ships to come in. You're waiting on that to kind of pan out and manifest itself in reality. And I'll be danged, to clarify this presence of absence, we got the Four of Wands, which is the very next card from this Three of Wands. We got the Five of Swords. We got the King of Swords. So this Four of Wands, like I said, is the very next step from this Three of Wands. This is about manifesting it, taking the steps required to get there. It's just not quite here yet. It's like that divine timing stuff, the actions you're taking on the stuff that you can control. It's just not here yet. And in this card, it has manifested itself. You have this thing show up in the physical 3D world. It's the stability. It's the stability of the connections in your life. It's the stability of your own life. And it's having manifested something that's worth celebrating. Okay. That kind of goes along with this card. She had manifested something in her life worth celebrating. This family that she had. And we've got this Five of Swords. This is a painful situation. Fives are about conflict. Fives are about changes. Swords are about the thoughts, though. Thoughts and communication. So this is painful communications, like bickering, arguing, bitter words, talking bad about people or someone talking bad about you, using words as weapons, tongue like a sword to cut somebody. This can also be negative thoughts, like you have some negative thought pattern about yourself, painful thoughts about yourself. This could be like whatever it is that's absent in your life and you're spending all this time thinking about it is causing you pain. That's showing up as a block in your life, and it's kind of getting in the way of this stability that you really want to manifest. It's probably why you're feeling walled off and defensive. It could even have something to do with this heartbreak and this Tower moment here. Those kind of things can create internal blocks that cause negative thought patterns, cause you to have negative beliefs about yourself, like there's nothing you can do. It's what causes you to get fogged in. And I think that's part of the reason why, well, there's a lot of reason in here why you're being asked to like chill out and relax and take a rest here. Because you have, as long as you can get back into the flow, you've got a lot of abundance and prosperity and success that's going to come your way. Now the last card here is the King of Swords. This is a decision maker. This is someone who's very smart, very analytical, very logical, very reason-based. The King of Swords is not so much interested in the emotions behind something or the story behind what's going on. He's more interested in the facts and the truth of the matter. And like I said, he's a very fair person, and he'll use the facts and the truth of the matter to make the best, most fair, most logical, most rational decision available for everyone involved. So I'm thinking that is describing an aspect of your personality, or that you're being asked to step more into that, like detach emotionally, stop thinking about the story about what happened with this Tower moment or with this heartbreaking situation, whatever it is that's got you walled off here, whatever it is that's got you thinking these negative thoughts or having these negative beliefs. It's like disconnect from the emotions of that, disconnect from the story about what's going on, and just look at the actual facts, look at the actual things that have occurred and be more logical about it. And I think that will do a lot with getting out of some of the pain that you've got buried inside you here. Now it's one thing to find out what some of your blockages are. It's something else to know what to do about them. So let's get you some advice here. We're going to use, what is this one called? Oh, the Power of Love. So we're going to get you some advice from that. What is it that Capricorn needs to be focused on or reminded of here? What's the advice that needs to come through for Capricorn? Okay, we'll take those. Let's get one more, please. Let's get one more. All right, thank you very much. Individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything that you do. And this is showing up in the row with the Lover's card in it. In the row with this sharing card in it. It looks like it's representing some sort of family, or at least a group of people that are close together. Leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. Now next, you got self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. And that's showing up in the same row here with this perspective card. A calm and clear mind is free to see differently. You got this heartbreak and sadness here. This Wheel of Fortune. It's time to turn this around. Put the focus on yourself. And then we have discernment. You are developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. Now let's get you some advice from the Whispers from the Ocean Oracle deck. This usually gives you more concrete advice. This deck usually kind of reminds you of things that you need to focus yourself on. This is going to give you a little bit more specific advice. So what is the advice for Capricorn regarding these blockages, the things that are holding them back? What can Capricorn do about these blockages so they can move forward successfully? Okay. What is the advice that needs to come through for Capricorn, please? Let's get two more. Yeah, I done went and messed up and bought, I don't know, like 12 or 15 new decks all at the same time or really close together. And some of them have not gotten acclimated to how I do things here. And I think they're waiting on me to pull cards, and I don't do that because I believe that's my energy and not your energy, and I'm trying to get what needs to come out for you. Let's get one more for Capricorn here, please. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, we got an extra card here. The first one had two come out with it. So we got Adrift in Shallow Water. It says, take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. Number 20, shared inspiration. Throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of time constraints and rules. And really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. Going back to this self-love thing again. Then we have Unexplained Wonder, number 44. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring in your life. All your prayers are answered now. And then finally we got number 1, Resilience. There is no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. You have the determination and the patience to handle what is happening. Now, if you still have questions that you want answered, then click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Capricorn Tarot readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.